Hey there, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Erik Kostrzewa here with another edition of our Beyond the Forecast, which we do every Thursday at 7:30 right here on Facebook and also YouTube. Have been adding that in when we have some more important topics to talk about. I'll let a few other people come on in because I don't have anybody here just yet. My view counter says 0, so we'll see if that changes. Now we got 1. We'll see if other people start to trickle on in. But what we're going to talk about here this week is everything Memorial Day weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Want to get you the latest and greatest from the weather world, how you can prepare for what is to come, and if we're going to see any impactful weather for any of those days. So without further ado, I'll get my face off the screen, at least the bigger one, here with our background, and we'll get the graphics on for you, as well as get that generic background in the back. We are starting off with Friday, watching for some storms that are going to mainly be after sunset and into our Saturday morning. There is a severe weather threat that is mainly off to the west. Marginal risk out towards Lansing into Grand Rapids, and then far southwestern, lower Michigan, they are under a slight risk. That's where the better heat and humidity and ingredients for severe weather will meet up with the cold front as it approaches from the west. So in general, we will likely stay out of any severe weather risk. If we did see a strong storm, wind would be the main threat with those storms. Let me get everything set here on this side for my computer. Then as we jump into our Sunday, so this is more of an extended severe weather outlook. So the yellow is a 15% chance of severe storms. The orange down towards St. Louis, south of Indianapolis, that's a 30% chance of severe storms. We are likely going to avoid any of those storms on Sunday as well. Just general thunderstorm risk here. There could be a marginal risk that is included for portions of, especially of our southern communities, but as of right now, both days are going to be lacking when it comes to the ingredients for severe weather. Out there for our Friday, want to give you the rundown of what's going to happen area-wide. Starting in our southern communities, we have high temperatures back into the low 80s. Today was in the mid to upper 70s. Not too much of a difference out there tomorrow. We will see those winds even a little bit lighter on Friday, and we'll see increasing clouds in the afternoon and evening. Slow increase, so we'll actually have a pretty nice sunset on our hands. Going into the thumb for tomorrow, we have temperatures that are going to be a little bit cooler, more so low to mid 70s. I know that graphics show is more 60s, but I would say low to mid 70s for everyone. And then to our central communities, upper 70s to around 80, especially away from Lake Huron. We'll see partly cloudy skies by 7 p.m. You can see the daylight hours are going to be dry. No mention of showers or storms. Same thing for our northern communities, mid to upper 70s here, increasing clouds late. We will also increase the humidity. We'll get that muggy meter back into that more humid category into our Friday night, Saturday morning. That goes back down Saturday afternoon and evening into the refreshing category. Then more humidity on the way for Sunday into early Monday. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, going to be feeling cool, but also comfortable out there, low humidity, but also cooler temperatures. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. That bigger jump in humidity on Sunday is going to lead to a better chance of storms. And that's why I would say the risk of severe weather is higher Sunday compared to Friday, but overall, both risks are going to be very low. Starting to get out here at 7 a.m. on our Friday. Just have a few high thin clouds that'll be streaming on in by 7 p.m. Friday. We do have, I would say, mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. No rain threat until we look towards midnight. Those showers and storms approaching from the west are going to be fizzling out as they make their way on through. But some showers and storms from Bad Axe to Flint over towards Owasso and Alma. We've got that happening at about 4 a.m. Now, those showers and storms will be with us for the morning hours on our Saturday, ending by noon, and then we have clear, sunny, dry conditions for the rest of our Sunday, or rest of our Saturday, into our Sunday morning, and that will also continue Sunday morning into Sunday afternoon with those dry conditions, but you can see off towards Grand Rapids, more showers and storms that are going to be approaching from the west. Let me see if I can put this so you can see. I moved it just so you could see the showers and storms out towards Grand Rapids, into Dalton, Muskegon. Those are going to be approaching from the west, and we'll have those here for the evening into Sunday night and also for our Monday. Now we are going to see in the extended futurecast that storm is going to be approaching from the west. The low will track from Chicago to about Grand Rapids. So that's going to pull some of that warmer air into the area. That will lead to a better chance of showers and storms here on our side of the state compared to the west side. But all in all, it will lead to some cooler temperatures behind it and also another area of wraparound rainfall. We are going to see those conditions getting a little bit rainier at times as we look into our Monday. We are going to be at least seeing some of those showers for Memorial Day, especially as we get into the afternoon and evening. We are going to be at least seeing more of that activity as opposed to, Saturday and Sunday where we had generally dry conditions for those afternoon hours. That will not be the case as we go into our Monday. Tuesday will also feature a few showers. Same thing on Wednesday. A secondary cold front will push those temperatures into the 60s, overnight lows in the 40s. So that's going to be seasonably cool for this time of the year. High pressure builds on in by Thursday, and we'll see warmer air behind that. For the precipitation timing on Saturday, wanted to at least start out the weekend with this. From the morning hours, early morning hours, from about midnight to 11 a.m. is that time frame for Flint, midnight to 10 a.m. for the Tri-Cities, as we go to about noon for the thumb. So morning to about noon for the thumb, northern communities north of US 10 until about 10 a.m. in the morning. And then if you're heading down to Metro Detroit, also through about noon. Travel forecast. It will be a little bit more active on the west side of the state. We're going to start there for Sunday and Monday, especially Sunday afternoon and evening west side. And then Monday, we will be seeing those scattered showers. Temperatures will be in the 60s and 70s throughout. Grand Haven will be in the 60s on Saturday, though, because of that onshore wind. We are also talking about those showers and storms early on Saturday. Fairly dry morning and afternoon on Sunday evening. Showers and storms here across the eastern side of the state. Then Monday, those scattered rain showers, temperatures in the 60s and 70s. Port Austin will feature those rain showers in the morning on Saturday. And then Monday, we will be seeing more of that rainfall as we look into that Memorial Day forecast, 63 degrees. Traverse City also going to be rainy at 61 on Memorial Day. Into the Upper Peninsula, 50s and 60s for Marquette. Sunday and Monday will feature those rain showers. Saturday for Sault Ste. Marie, Saturday morning, we'll have those rain showers, and also during the day on Monday, both of those days will be in the 60s. Memorial Day and beyond. So Memorial Day, Tuesday, Wednesday will feature some cooler temperatures in the 60s, overnight lows into the 40s. We are going to see that jet stream dipping down, leading to that cooler stretch of weather. So even though Memorial Day weekend does feature a chance of rain each day, it'll be Saturday morning, Sunday evening, and then Monday afternoon and evening that we will see those best chances. So Saturday afternoon and evening looking very nice. Sunday morning and afternoon looking very nice. And then Monday morning should be dry, a little bit on the cooler side, but still not going to see any rain showers there. I'm going to leave this 7-day up. I'm going to look at some of the comments here, see if we have anything. Mike, I know that there is the potential of severe weather, but as of right now, our ingredients are looking very low. So I would not trust one model for what could come Sunday. Now, we'll keep an eye on it, but as of right now, we're just going to watch things very closely. But for the most part, I would expect that severe weather threat to stay off to our south. All right, everyone, I'm going to jump back in, and I wanted to talk about Sunday in particular as to if we are going to potentially see some severe weather. So I'm going to get our area up. This is Pivotal Weather, which you all can view if you ever wanted to. It's pivotalweather.com, gives you all the models that we're able to see as well. I'm going to go into the severe weather parameters. So the CAPE being how much of that energy is available for the thunderstorms to thrive on. We're going to start there and see. Usually when we talk about surface-based CAPE, that's when the storms are able to root themselves to the ground, and that's when you get that highest tornado threat, the best severe weather chance when you have surface-based CAPE. So we're going to look and see once we get into our Sunday just how, and we're going to do this together, just so if there are any additional questions, just how much of that energy is available for those storms to make themselves a little bit stronger. You can see by 18Z, so that's 2 p.m. here on our Sunday. There's a little bit that's down right into the Indiana, Ohio, Michigan border, but we also have those storms that are developing right here, which is zapping that juice a little bit, and that kind of cuts things off. So we get a little bit less of that surface-based CAPE, and then it's gone by 8 p.m. So overall, severe weather threat, even though the shear is going to be likely on the higher side here as we get into our Sunday. We'll go and check that out just to make sure that everything is good to go. So the shear here, you can see that once you get into the purples and pinks, that's some higher shear values. So when we see that meeting up with that storm energy that we talked about a little bit earlier, just a moment ago, that's when we start to get some of those severe weather threats, at least in the area. But overall, that model is very limited in what it wants to give us. We'll show the supercell composite just to see what we are talking about here when it comes to the overall threat. So this kind of takes both of those ingredients, puts them together, gives us a little bit better of an idea. And you can see maybe down towards the southwestern side of the state, a little bit higher of a severe weather threat. Now here in mid-Michigan, we get into the lowest values. So it's a non-zero threat, but I would say we may get introduced into a marginal risk in our southern communities. So more so M46 to the south as we look into the day tomorrow. That is one model, though. I'll jump into the NAM as we were hearing about a little bit earlier. So you can see on the west side of the state, they have much higher values there. And that also pushes into our area, which would lead to a higher threat of severe weather. But overall, the NAM has been a little bit poor in its handling of the last few severe weather threats. So I would say that's going to be likely not the model to use. We'll also look into, so we'll go to this. Oh, that's the wrong one. So I wanted to check out the weather data because this one gives us one other parameter that I can get this to work. There we go. One other parameter here on the European, which is that CAPE that we usually talk about for the storm ingredients, storm energy. And you can see, well, that's as we get into our Saturday. So that's just the general thunderstorm threat. But you can see on Sunday, a lot of that energy stays down here into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, which is where I would expect that highest severe weather threat. Now, it doesn't mean we couldn't get a couple stronger storms, but as of right now, I would say it's a very low end threat for us. Now, if things change and that low continues in more of a westerly to northerly track, and we see more of that heat and humidity building on in, and we don't see the early day storms in the afternoon, could there be a threat in the evening? For sure. But as of right now, that threat appears to be staying to the south. So I just wanted to at least show you guys that. I'll add this 7-day back to the stage. And that'll kind of do it for us here on this forecast. I apologize for the crazy hair. Sometimes it wants to work out for me. Sometimes it just has a mind of its own. So that's going to do it for us. If you have any questions about Memorial Day and what to expect, and also the severe weather threat, you can always email me or find me on social media. I'd be happy to answer those questions for you. But we are going to wrap things up here. Appreciate you joining me on this Thursday. We'll be back next Thursday at 7:30 for another edition of Beyond the Forecast.